Good Saturday morning. Gonna go live on YouTube. Whoa, that was quick. Wakey, wakey. I'm gonna send a little message out to Instagram and Facebookers. Do 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 do. Go. Make sure I post it on the Facebooks. Oh, wow, that looks cool. All right. Hello, everybody. How are we doing? I'm doing fantastic. I just have to say, fantastic. Worked on this just a little bit. I've got some good headspace for it today, so I'll be making a huge leap forward on this, getting it close to finish. Probably end up finishing it on Monday, which is the last day for the CROM Sell 100 copies without a Kickstarter. So far at this point, we are at, let me check the numbers, 27. I'm very happy right now. There's a couple of reasons I set up the CROM Sell 100 copies without a Kickstarter. First off is that whole without a Kickstarter. Just I want people to have their own websites, build their own communities. That's what I'm promoting. So that's the top of the bill. 100's a good number, but it's really like an extremely good number in the sword and sorcery comic book industry, indie specific. If I got 100 people buying CROM Anthology #1 at its plumpness of 256 pages, that is quite a feat. You know, we have such this feeling where, you know, we make something and we're proud of it and we want everybody to get a copy of it. But there's just a reality to it. This has also got a $35 retail cost right now. For the week of the campaign, I've knocked it down $5, and people are taking advantage of that. But I have nothing but excitement and a little bit of anxiousness in getting through Monday and the campaign being completed, CROM officially being in the wild, and taking a little time off, recouping, looking back. And getting ready for CROM Anthology #2, which there are already a lot of stories in the works. So it's really exciting. And I've got probably about 50 ideas I've got to wade through based on the success of CROM Anthology #1. But the biggest news we have is I have PDF versions of CROM Anthology #1 up, and got a CROM 2024 anthology. A collected that is also available. So if you are maybe strapped for cash, you enjoy digital versions, here's your opportunity. They're over at CROMTheBarbarian.com, of course. But one of the major reasons I added the PDF to the option is I want as many people out there to check out all of the great art that's in this this amazing collection. I am so proud of it. I know everybody else who has contributed to this is proud, and I just want to share it. I prefer printed material. If I have to, the art, the artist, the story, genre, sword and sorcery, fantasy is speaking to me, I'll get a PDF. But having the physical copy is of the book, and the physical handling of it is just absolutely necessary for me. Also, I have this like phone book of creators that are devoted to CROM, Sword and Sorcery, fantasy. And if you're out there and you're writing stories or you want to collaborate with somebody, this is an amazing opportunity to find some work. Check it out. And, these I could stand by the majority of these people, not even knowing most of them, just hearing through the grapevine and seeing what's going on over at Brutal Blade or CROM Instagram group. These are professionals. These are individuals who really, really love the craft. They have long-term goals. They're in it for the long haul, and it's why I had to get them in here and increase my CROM Anthology from about 200 pages to 256 pages. So there's just so much in here I feel like has to be seen in the context too. There's a story here to be read, to deepen. So having the PDF, I think, is a smart thing. If I had my dreams come true, it would always just all be in print, and you get copies of your comics in print. But I know I'm an old guy, and I know there's younger people out there that probably want, or even older guys and gals that just really like having things digital on a tablet, and from there. So, as I said, there are some amazing contributors and collaborators here. And, if you would like to support us, there's a PDF for this CROM Anthology, as well as for my CROM 2024 collected, which economically will, be easy to slip into, and also, drive the support. So for that. And then just to, kind of like just say real quickly, whether I hit the 100 copies sold by the end of Monday is not the goal. I'm not into goals and destinations. I'm into the journey. And this is a long haul journey for me. I'm in my late 50s, 10 so odd years away from retirement, and really am committed to what I'm working on in indie comics, CROM being one of them. Turbo Pit Fighter being the other, as well as other collaborations I'm hoping to get into with other creators out there. But the community, as I said, the community is very much an important part of what I'm doing here and building some people. And one day, the goal really is to have 100 people out there that have their money in hand, ready to buy the next CROM Anthology. That would be an amazing feat. As I said before, the reality is that it's not a very wide group of people in the way of a genre when it comes to sword and sorcery and comic books, and it's totally understandable. So the reality is that, getting the word out and slowly bringing people into the community, and the other thing too is I really have to prove myself. I know I did last year CROM 2024 collected, but here's my first anthology. So, based on how it all goes, which, by the way, I just got a whole bunch of notifications this morning from Lulu. Books are shipping. Everybody needs to just be reminded that the international sales of the books are all Lulu. That means when you order those books, I put them through the Lulu system. Somewhere in the world, there's a printer out there that prints that book for you and then ships it. So I believe about a dozen books so far have been printed and shipped. One of the things, if you live in England, the two things I've experienced so far is very quick printing per se. The mock-up had a little bit of a wonkiness to it, but incredibly inexpensive shipping as well. So that's pretty darn good for England. But other than that, like I said, I'm in good spirits. I'm going to take the next hour or so, hang out here, see who stops by, get my my Lalla pinup up. Also, this is going to be for sale on cromthebarbarian.com. I'm going to start an original art category area to the shop, and this Lalla pinup will be for sale, U.S. only, unless you are willing to work with me on shipping. So we would have to do something ahead of time. Give me your address, and then I can try to find the best and inexpensive, safe and inexpensive, not just cheap, safe and inexpensive way to get the work to you internationally. But the sale will be going to somebody stateside. But other than that, you'll notice I grayed her eyes out. This is one of the things I picked up in painting, color theory. We're always quick to, and this is really what today's going to be about, is localized color. Comics even more so because of the sort of crayon box colorization of things. So white eyes, I always start out with a gray and then bring the eyes back in. But I'm actually going to lay in a lot of local colors. Yellow hair, red scarf, lighter brown leather and fur, flesh tone pink and peach, maybe some sand color as well. That's really my goal here, because as I keep mucking about here, it's all going to get pulled together by black outline. So I'm not too worried about staying within the lines. I'm not actually all that worried about staying in the lines with anything. So gotta get some red here. Or no, let's start yellow. Where's me yellow? Where's me yellow? Where's me yellow? Where's me yellow? So as you hear me clanking around, these are my colors by the tub. I have 8 of them, not including black, white, and gray, which is in one tub. These are 2 brush tipped and 1 just straight pen tip, and my color pencils in here. 3 actually, no, 3, because I've got the Sharpie Creative marker. I've got these tan mitts, and then these acrylics. So I'm just going to start bringing out some colors, and like I said, working locally with some of the coloring here. Not worried about staying in the lines. The thing if I'm worried about anything, is the overlaying of color. You can see how, I put some purples back there. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and then I have in my shopping cart on Amazon definitely 2 different sets of the brush tip markers that I want to check out. Going to get also a Pilot Parallel pen. Actually, I think I'm getting that through. Yeah, I'm getting that through good old jet pens. So that's going to pull the trigger. I'm holding on to the leaving the shopping carts idle in order to see if there's a stronger deal in the Cyber Monday discounting. So we'll see. Though these paint markers are usually pretty inexpensive, cheap. They're cheaply made. there's no getting around that. But they're holding up pretty well. Which I'll show off with the red local, the scarf. Out of all of them, the Sharpie Creative markers with the brush tip are very opaque. They're probably more opaque than the other two. The yellow, this one from Acrylic Marker Brush, pretty darn good, very close. Some of the tips are fraying on them, which is fine by me. I like that. I'm not going to be too cliche with the red lips right now, but now I'm going to go to there's some sand color here I'll use in a bit. Probably this, but I'm going to go for a brown, a lighter brown. One of the criticisms that I said earlier is not a lot of oranges and browns in these sets. So I actually eyeballed the sets to see if there was some variety, more variety. Of course, if you buy more, if there's more pens in the set, one of them, let me just check here. One of the sets I got, I'm getting, I think it's 108. Yeah, I have 2 sets in there right now. And let me just see. 48. There actually are bigger counts, but I like the variety of selection. These are also dual tip as well. So, and incredibly cheap. 48 Art Techo acrylic paint markers on sale at $15.18, which I doubt they're going to come down anymore. But 48 colors for $15.18. So, and that's that. And then another one's kind of a higher class one. It's at $18.99. I think it's only 36 colors. Well, once again, I'm actually eyeballing the browns and such. Some of the also darker colors, like darker purples, darker blues, darker browns. I'm looking for those as well. So I'll keep you posted on how that comes about. All right, we've got two. I bet you these are like very cool. I like that. I like that for the fur leather, the faux fur leather. I like that too. Okay. A lot of layering. It's probably hard to see, but as these as this brown is being laid in, it's really seeping in, which is it's amazing. Like I cannot express how amazing that is, without having to go over and dip into water. And yeah, it's just, it's a dream come true with technology. So, and it's not so opaque that, you know, you gotta, oh, I gotta bring back some of that teal. I gotta bring back some more purple. It's blending very nicely. It's gonna be interesting to see how this other brown sits on top of the layers. Let's see, put a little brown in the dirt here. A lot of this is just going to get knocked down with black. Oh, by the way, if you have purchased a copy of CROM Anthology #1, thank you very much. I'm very appreciative. I know a lot of people have been making comments about how excited they are to see this out and having the opportunity to get a copy. So, as I said, we have them on the way. They're at, if you've made your order, they are. That order is in the queue with a printer near you, and we'll be shipping soon. The thing I like is how I can still see a lot of that original effect. So you can see the lines here. You know, this is a map. It's a nice drawing, but it's just a map. It's for kind of locating color to shape and going from there. So, but I can still see a lot of these lines. So it'll be interesting also when I get to the point to, you know, black outline everything. Yeah, there was a purple. You'll remember my last, when I started laying the color down, I grabbed this brown, called an art brush, Pentel, very, very artsy, brushy. I really kind of like washed around, darkened, muddy up some stuff. Then a little later put in some purple. And now this brown sitting on top of it is nice. Nice. Oh, you can see. This is the bullet point part of it. Let's see, getting a little thicker. Oh, I just saw some red. In there. Put that, oh, there it is. Chuck back into the yellow. She's got this red scarf. I don't know if it's actually going to get into the storylines, which is kind of alluding to Valeria of the Red Brotherhood. So in Crown of Clarn, there she is. There's a redhead. It's kind of hard to make a redhead in in black and white. But she is named Evelyn, and she, because of her red hair, I call her Red Evelyn. So kind of a nod to Red Sonja. Not as well, maybe fiery and freer. She's getting developed, so it's going to be kind of a fun character down the road. But she experienced some tragedy being in relationship with our man CROM, who in honesty is still a boy of like mid-20s or so at this point. Okay, now give this a try. Oh yeah, see, look at that. It's like chocolate ice cream. Let's say it's tough to see, but it's like melting into the colors underneath. I love building colors, kind of making colors by just keep laying colors down. Watch them kind of struggle to be seen. That's nice. It's very nice. And I said in the last episode, trying to get away from localized color theory. In other words, allowing more arbitrary colors to come into play. And just giving myself a lot more freedom to explore and let something new and different happen. So, here comes some flesh. I was thinking about this. No, I got these. Yeah, here we go. There we go. I'm going to stay with. I mean, this is a pretty decent. I mean, look at this. Is just from the acrylic marker set. I mean, look at all of that. That's pretty decent for like fleshy tones and stuff. And then that Tammet. This is the only thing I got that is kind of relative to very peachy, and it's watery. But you can see I have a lot of my color pencils in here. And then, you know, if I want to get some sharper lines, you know, I have these pens. So, all right, let's see what we can get ourselves into. All right. I don't know, this might be too dark. Yeah, I don't know. I do see a couple areas. I'm going to keep that. This is fun. That's a real fiery peach. You can kind of see that too being used. I think this is too orangey. Yeah. But I'm still going to use it. Probably even right now. Let me just see how this lays on top of this. It's a little too stark. Have to come back over with some reds, but interesting. Not really worried about that. This will be a good sand. These stones here, catching some light. It's kind of nice. Right there. There's another. This might be a nice sandy color. It's a nice flesh. Keep that with those guys. It's a little greenish. Ooh, yeah, I love this color. It's like a sandy green. No. This might actually be kind of fun in the hair. Yeah, kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Yeah, kind of. It's like a mossy, light mossy green. Let's see if I really need that too much. All right, this is probably going to be lighter sand. As I was saying before, let me get this area here. Yeah, yep, this is exactly what I was thinking about. I was talking about how her foot is resting on the side of this sand hill. I wanted to get a lighter color against the others. I think I'm going to just really push the light behind that foot. It's coming across. Put a little bit chrome up the side of the boot. Looking nicely. Eric Miller, how's it going? Hey, Kurt, first time. All right. Well, welcome. Hope I'm not taking you away from anything funner you could be doing on a Saturday during Thanksgiving weekend. All right. I like that. I'm probably going to bring some of this into the flesh. Then I got these other two. Just want to see what they are. It's even lighter. Ooh, boy. Also, too, if you get at these quicker than later, you can kind of tap them out. Like I said, I just wanted to get this side of the little hill she's on a little lighter. So I'm going to play off of that foot having it's kind of sliding a little bit. This is kind of a nice. Bring some of this up into the hair. Ooh, there you go. Yeah, I like that. It's also a nice little highlight traveling down her arm over here. Of course, there's some highlights on the boobage. Yeah. we go. Erica, you working on anything right now? Or just sitting and listening and watching? All right, so might need. Boom. It's nice. Staying away from white. Haven't brought white in yet. Probably am not going to bring that in until the end. And to be honest with you, it's probably only going to be in a couple of areas. I'm thinking of masking everything out and really having a bright air spray paint hitting this area so it looks like it's really like blasting out, and then getting even like a airbrushy kind of like flare off of Skullbiter. So oh, and then I got this last one here in my hand. Let me just see. That's real peachy. It's like a peachy stick up here in the. Yeah, not too agree with that. All right, then I got these here. Let's try this again. This is this one here. Yep. Now, let's see. Ooh, boy, look at that. Nice. Nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool. This against the green I put down. That is an area right here. I like that a lot. So nice choice. Yeah, just setting inspiration. I vote yes on spray. Yeah. I mean, even getting to the point of a buddy of mine keeps trying to push this old airbrush, Badger airbrush on me. He doesn't want to throw it away or sell it. He's like, "Oh, you sure you don't want this?" I'm like, "I don't know. Hold on to it. Maybe the next time." And I'm going to go see him in not this Tuesday, the next Tuesday. So yeah, it's you can't. You can try to run away from airbrushing once you've done it. I used to do it so much. But if you've had any experience with airbrushing, it can be the bane of your existence, especially if you're trying to make a living off of it, because there's so many technical aspects to it, but the effect is unmatched. It's very hard to find anything that matches the effects you can get with airbrush. I've been looking at spray can caps. I might actually throw that into my my mix for my Amazon order on Monday. But they had a whole bunch of different caps you can throw on spray cans. Like I have right now, I have black, white, gray, and red. So I think I'm gonna get a yellow, pink. Yeah, yellow and pink. I think I might get 2 cans, but yeah, this is tough to do like in the winter because I stay very ventilated, wear a mask like I used to, and the windows all have to be open. So if it's dead of winter and you're doing this, better double up your layers. All right. Just looking for some nice. Just looking at flesh tones here. So like I said, you can smash it. Once it goes down, you can hit it pretty nicely there. I think. Okay. Good, looking good. So black and white. I even added some of the Artistro. Like I got this big bad boy. It was like a set of different size white paint markers. This is a big gun bullet point. I even started using this. That you could use like to stipple and fill in. But the same set, really nice white, nice gray. I'm gonna pull this out. This is black would be the other one. Black. Black is that black? Oh. So yeah, just keep everything in these little Tupperware sandwich or whatever leftover boxes there. Oh, where was that? Peachy. It's like a peachy one. Yeah. I think I am gonna. A lot of this is just setting up for the anticipation of color pencils coming into play. So I am just motivated by seeing how the colors are reacting with each other, and then starting to think about, quasi localization of coloring as it ultimately will happen. But really want to just get my values in. That's what I haven't. It's like a cat now. It's like Tigra. So working in color, the trick really is maintaining your black and white value thinking. It's one of the reasons I keep all the colors separated into little tubs, because your darker values, if you're thinking I need darker colors, instead of going directly to like black, brown, why not try some purple, the dark, rich purple. As I said earlier, I'm still looking for some good colors to, good markers to run some of those colors through. Yeah, that's right. Here now. Oh, look at that. This nice pink. Nice. Nice. All right. I think I've got a little more in the way of some nice background. I'll play around with this background a bit. Lighter brown. Just up here. What was that other one? Lighter brown. No, this is a dark blue. All right. Background. Oh, I want green. That's good. I think so. Yeah, look at that. Nice. 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 Okay. Purple. Ooh, I haven't gone through the green. Check out these blues. I'm trying to blue. I really can see how the teal underneath really sucked up. Maybe like that. Maybe like that too. Yeah. Yeah. Did exactly what I thought I was going to do. Then, right. Not bad. Open that. Open that. Too green. I think this is going to be a little better. Yeah, this is that same stuff here. All right. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, I dig it too. Dig it too. It's working itself out though. All right. One thing I do. I think. Yeah. All right. Well, I don't think I'm going to push this any further. I am feeling like it's coming along very nicely. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, I love just fooling around. Get myself away from, just kind of having everything thought out and just doing the work. I want to explore more, take some chances, paint myself into some corners, get myself out of those corners if possible, which everything is always possible. But the thing I'm also experiencing right now is in my mind, I'm starting to think less about shapes and more about lines. So that starts telling me like I want to start drawing again. So right now I'm just thinking along the lines of color and color, because then I still have color pencil and black pen. She does have that cat-like face. I like that. But I'm thinking in two. I'm thinking in two local colors, but it's all going to work with color pencils. I think the next when we get together on Monday, I'm going to be busting out some color pencils, laying them through, probably even some black ink, anchoring this area because this is going to be predominantly black, and then there'll be like white and silver gray, that kind of thing going off with a sword. Might even have the mask cut so I can lay that down and zap it. Yeah. I mean, that highlight's looking really nice. I'm just going to want to isolate it even more by getting it darker, you know, around this wall. This wall is going to be pretty black. So it's going to be like 85% dark value coming down here, but with like blues and browns. This is going to be a warmer, just black chunk of rock. This is probably a little less than, but with some of these greens, like a mossy green kind of side of rocks, these teal blues, and then this big sunburst, like this light burst in here, then a boom right over there. It's coming along. Some of the frustrating areas I'll vocalize. It is finding some good colors over here, which I think I'll be able to find with color pencil and maybe with some of the cross hatching with the ink pens, the color pens, markers. This arm is falling too much. I need to start doing some things to bring the arm up a bit. Yeah, everything else is holding its own. This is getting a little too detailed for something that's supposed to be receding in the background. Color pencils hitting with color pencil there should be able to help that. But other than that, when I start throwing some black lines on here and some highlighting colors, it's going to be obvious what I'm thinking and how it's going. So we will be doing that on Monday. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, on Monday, which will be the last day, let's do our little closing shtick. As those have come in, we have PDF versions of CROM Anthology #1 and CROM 2024 Collected. The CROM 2024 Collected is 140 pages. Fox and I, some John Guinta on the art, and a little bit of Jack Katz. I call this kind of like the player's handbook. If you want something, now you have the opportunity in PDF form to kind of read, get some inspiration and motivation out of here. Remember, CROM the Barbarian is a public domain character. I claim no ownership other than of the things that I invent, which I don't know what that's going to get me at the end of that. Probably not even a tuna fish sandwich. And right now, being released this week. 256 pages of black and white sword and sorcery goodness, continuing on, working with 9 other contributor and collaborators with a 60-page artist directory, if you will, directly getting there. This is one of the major reasons I went and put up PDFs. I really want people to have access to these artists, getting to find them, and also connecting with them if that's what they want. You need in where was it? If that's what you need in collaboration, if you're a writer or you just have some ideas, or you're a penciler and you want somebody to ink, or you need a penciler and you want to ink, which is what I'm looking for. There's just an amazing group of people in here. I really want to get this into the hands of as many people. Ken Landgraf is just, it's a real heart and soul to the outlaw comics, the DIY, really getting in there and figuring it out. So, so this is Saturday. Sunday, I will be with Jake Jacobs, Turbo Pit Fighter. We're going to start at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to be rolling for 3 hours as we have for the last 2 weeks. And we're going to do that till the end of the year to get our Doom. Actually see the cover here. Doom Anthology #1 featuring Turbo Pit Fighter. This is the End of the World Anthology. So this is my color cover, which is now in black and white, which helps me get to see how my value system is. So, we still have copies of the Turbo Pit Fighter, which you can add to your order, as well as others, just to of course, there's the Brutal Blade of CROM Crew, 3 issues. I have in stock, also in stock, though I think I only have 2 left of this one from Jim Gullett, which is his CROM collection, which is his first 4. Some really, really great CROM, the Barbarian, back from 2018. And of course, Scoundrel's Dread. If you are so inclined, head over to Drawn Sword Graphics on YouTube. Draw Sword did a Jack's Claw kind of conceptual intergalactic bounty hunter for like 2 15-minute intervals. So you get to watch him draw, which I love watching. Not only him draw, but others, just like Ken Landgraf on his channel. So love seeing that. And of course, Scoundrel's Dread, which is a limited edition, up to 100 copies. I'm from New Zealand. I have 25. I'm down to, I think, 4. So that is some good news there. So other than that, thank you for joining me. I look forward to Monday being the end of the campaign. Can CROM sell 100 copies without Kickstarter? Probably not going to happen, but I'm totally good with it. The sales of the PDF could help a little bit, but it's more about getting CROM Anthology #1, whether it's in print, which I prefer. If you prefer, there you go. It's $5 off the cover price right now through Monday. But you have a PDF option now, because like I said, there's some amazing stories in here. You also could add another PDF, which has my work in it as well. So 11 o'clock Eastern time, I will be coming back, finishing Lalla in the red scarf. I'm thinking of that's going to be, no, I'm kidding. Lalla in a red scarf. So I will be definitely working on finishing, if not close to finishing, Lalla here on Monday. There's a good chance that I'll spend a little bit more time than the hour. We'll see what happens, how things go. But I want to just thank everyone who has either contributed to the CROM Anthology, has made a contribution. If you've purchased a copy, just thank you, thank you. Everything is going so well in my feeling on how things are moving forward. Already working on CROM Anthology #2. We have many stories that are in continuation from being first published in the Anthology #1 to new stuff coming. So already getting very, very, very excited. Yeah, other than that, guys, take care, and I will see you on Monday. If not, seeing you tomorrow, Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern time with Jake on Turbo Pit Fighter. So once again, PDFs available of CROM Anthology #1 and CROM 2024 collected over at cromthebarbarian.com. Thank you, and have a great one.